Hello, Son of God. We are in this map of the matrix, in the world of illusions. Whatever we see with the five senses are just illusions. All those images are gonna change with your new perception, with the new world that is behind the veil, which first you have to get there with your mind, and the key in getting there, as you know, which is the end of time and the end of death, the mind of God, Holy Spirit, Christ, and as you know by now, in all my teachings, I teach that there is a way out to overcome this world, and overcoming this world is the same as it has no difference than overcoming the gap between you and the Prime Creator. Okay, it's exactly the same. You have to overcome the gap you have with the Prime Creator, and of course you have to realize that creation is happening. The only creative level is the mind, and creation is happening only there. And you also have to realize, by turning inside to yourself, by detaching from the ego and turning inside to yourself, that the human body is your prison, and it is there to block you from realizing the original error of your mind. So you have to turn your attention outside of the five senses, inwards, into the creative level of your mind, and yeah, that's the beginning. In this video, I'm gonna share with you one protection mechanism using the law of cause and effect in your favor, in the favor of all, which of course the same law that condemns you now to death because you move in shadows, you move in darkness, you don't know what you're doing, you don't know what you are thinking, you don't know anything, because once you're serious about the ego, he doesn't know anything, and everybody that believes he's human believes in the ego, so he knows nothing. And of course, that's the declaration of freedom, because now when you realize that you accept the power of God within you, and you begin to awaken to your true self with capital S. Okay, you begin to awaken to your true self, which is the resurrection and the life, which is the Son of God. And yeah, attack thoughts, guys, attack thoughts. You have to realize that everyone you see in this simulation, in this time dimension, with the five senses, in this world that never happened, is you in another time and space. You're both you're both limited by those bodies, by those human bodies. This is the prison of your brother right there, the body that you see over there. This is the prison of your brother. All this is you in another time and space, all those bodies that are moving, the dogs, the cats, and you keep separated in different time, and your job is to realize that the world that you experience and all this error is a byproduct of your thought, of your belief in sin, and everything that follows that thinking. So the root cause of your death and sickness and disease and problems and this hell over here, this world that is an attack on God and outside the mind of God, is separation. Separation is sickness. Oneness is healing. The mind of oneness is indestructible, is invulnerable. I teach invulnerability here, as you are gonna teach it after, when you return to the mind of God. The mind of oneness is indestructible, it is immune in this world. It is what you're searching for, wholeness. You create with the full power of your Creator, and what you have to realize is that you can escape this world. You can escape this world by changing the cause. Of course, by changing the cause of your thinking, of your thoughts. Okay, and that cause can be changed. That cause doesn't change by you, because you made this hell. You made it, Son of God. You made it. You don't remember anything because you're fragmented and trapped in here. But you made this. You made this illusion. You came here to die, and that cause is being changed by the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is gonna remind you your thoughts, not these thoughts, these good and bad thoughts, those human thoughts, not your prison. It's gonna remind you your thoughts. It's gonna change the cause, and you can escape the hold. So the first thing you have to realize is that everything you perceive, everything you experience down there in the time dimension is coming from your thoughts. Your thoughts create the world that you experience. Okay, it's not the other way around, and you have to make that clear. So, whenever you defend, you create an attacker. Whenever you attack, you create more attackers out there and more defenses. So you have to realize that this is a never-ending cycle that is getting worse and worse. A circle of imprisonment. Every defense you make creates extra attackers out there, and then every attacker that comes, you are defending more, and then more attackers are being created, and then your life is becoming fearful, full of hell, full of attacks, full of defenses, full of toxicity, full of all these illusions. All those are illusions, and all those are the distorted creations of your mind. Not creations, illusions. You are making illusions, not creations. So you are constantly you are constantly dreaming the dream of death, and you literally moving even further down the nightmare. And all this is your creation. The sickness is in your mind. No physical device is gonna heal your mind. They are in your mind. The body is there to stop you from fixing that error. The Holy Spirit is the way out into the dimension of stillness inside you. Your solution is already there. You have the solution to all your problems, but you can't see the problem. That's the problem. And even if the fragmented problems take so many forms, it's just one problem, and there is just one solution: Holy Spirit. Separation, one problem, one solution: Holy Spirit. I have to really understand that, because you can't see the problem right now, and that's the problem. That's why I'm exposing the problem to you. The problem is the ego. It's trying in every way to kill you in time. So those defenses and attacks that you make in the name of self-defense, the righteous attacks in the name of self-defense, are all the condemnation of yourself to death. Would you do that if you realize that you're just killing yourself? Because that's what you do. But you are dreaming. You can't see it yet. Now you can, though. Now you can. You have the truth in front of you. So you realize that you have to realize, because the ego is making you project your guilt outwards. And that's we ran out of the camera crash. So you have to realize that every time you project your guilt outwards, you create extra guilt within yourself, and you condemn everybody with extra. You imprison everybody out there. The ego tricks you into believing that by projecting your guilt outwards, you're getting rid of it, but the guilt grows deeper and deeper inside you, and at the same time, the ego has made you believe that attack is power, and of course, it doesn't want you to really see it for what it is, because the moment you see that every attack you do diminishes your power, pulls you into this hold, moves you even far away from the source, from life. When you realize that every attack is just an illusion and takes away your power and is actually the death of God, which is never happening, of course, because the Prime Creator would never let that happen. And when you see it truly for what it is, would you still do that? You don't see. You think that by projecting your set outwards, you're getting rid of You're getting rid of it by projecting that guilt outwards. You're getting rid of it, but what you really do is it grows stronger, and you create more attackers out there, and your mind is getting more and more imprisoned. And I'm here to set your will free, to free your mind, because you have to awaken to the mind. The brain is the ultimate prison on the mind. When you recognize the levels of thought, when you recognize the power of thought, you're gonna laugh in this insane idea that you can think with the brain, that the brain thinks. You think through the mind of God. And this brain and this body that says only error is your weakness, which is being sustained by the prime creator, by the power of the prime creator, which is you, the very limited part of Son of God. That's how you think. So thinking exists after you leave this body, of course, but you can't see that yet because you're in darkness. Your vision is dark, and I'm here to set you free. So when you forgive, when you learn to forgive by looking into the consciousness, into the light of the other person, and forgiving all the illusions. So what you forgive everything that dies, everything that is experiencing sickness, everything that is experiencing disease, everything that suffers, everything that is aging, everything, all the thoughts that seems to do harm, all of those taught your mind to die. You forgive all those because they are illusion. They are a byproduct of causelessness, of the ego, of the illusion of the ego, which of course has no power of creation, just creates illusions, and it depends on the separation from source for its existence, on the separation from truth. That's illusions. It doesn't matter what form they take, either it's death, sickness, disease, it is the same causelessness with no power at all. That's why the miracle heals them all with equal ease. And you have to realize that you forgive all that illusion, all those illusions, and you forgive nothing that is true. You look at the light and you forgive illusions, and you choose to see reality instead of sleeping in the and baptizing the unreal real. That's your job. That's your freedom, because everyone you forgive, behind him, you see a part of God himself, and in your mind, he becomes your own. He becomes your brother. He becomes part of yourself. So everyone you forgive sets you free, and behind that forgiveness is a new perception. You're gonna perceive a new world that is not there in your mind at this moment, because your mind is sleeping. It's sleeping in the dream of death. And behind forgiveness, which forgiveness is that gives you the key to happiness, the gift you're gonna give to everyone when you realize the power of true forgiveness, not of human forgiveness, of true forgiveness. The forgiveness that the Holy Spirit is gonna teach you. When you realize the power, you're just gonna forgive everybody and set yourself free, and renounce death in all its forms. So behind all those defenses, you'll see the prime creator, and the prime creator is the real protection. Nothing can touch you. That's where all your power lies. So in your defenselessness lies your safety. In your defenselessness is all your power. And this is the video for today. Say it everywhere. We're teaching the mind that overcomes this world. And yeah, say it everywhere. Say it everywhere. Peace.